Hey everybody, Dave is out of town. And so this is an old episode we recorded back in 2024 when The Cure's album Songs for a Lost World came out. So it's like almost, a year and a half old at this point. But you know what? The album holds up. It's great. And we stand by everything we said in this discussion. So enjoy. I'm Joey.
I'm Dave.
Today we're talking about The Cure. Dave, The Cure. What do you know about The Cure? I know that is there a Coldplay song that says, "If I'm not part of The Cure, I'm part of the disease"?
I've never heard of that song, if it is a song.
If I don't know actually. Anyway, I once photoshopped a picture of what's the main guy from Coldplay? Chris Martin. I photoshopped a picture of his face onto every member of The Cure. So, then the caption was, "If I'm not part of The Cure, I'm..."
because it's like, I see what you're doing.
Yeah. Anyway, on the way here, I ran over a couch cushion, and I'm a little bit shaken by it still.
Really?
Yeah.
Was this pre or post tire fill-up?
Post.
Really?
I was driving home.
Well, what would have happened if it would have been pre,
Who knows? I'm glad I filled up.
Would that have affected the...
I don't know. Would it have been smoother? So, yeah, I was driving down I-15. I'm going to call it Guy 15 because driving's day for the fellas today.
Yep. Driving.
Boys on the road.
Fellas kind of day today.
But there was this big truck up in front with an unsecured load, bunch of couch cushions, and I saw it fly up into the air, and I thought, I'm going to die. This is it for me. And I couldn't go anywhere. I had cars on both sides, couldn't swerve, so I just slowed down on my brakes. But luckily it was fine. There was just a big old thump. Tore it up. I saw it in my rearview mirror, and it was ripped to shreds.
After you ran over it?
And it was also, then it started rolling end over end down the road. It was kind of scary.
Have you ever had the life or death experience of a mattress flying off of a car in front of you? I feel like that one is pretty common, actually. So yeah. I think it's happened to me 2 or 3 times.
2 or 3 times?
2 or 3 times you're driving on the interstate, and there's somebody that has an unsecured mattress, and it starts to come up, and then you're just kind of, you see it take off.
That's so... People, I think, overestimate how heavy mattresses are. They're not that much... They don't weigh that much.
But, I mean, a mattress could definitely go through like a windshield.
Oh, it absolutely could, but it's not heavy enough to hold itself down.
Oh, no. Yeah.
And because it's so, airy and flat, it just
even
catches...
Even if you lie down on top of it, it's going to be a magic carpet
like that couple.
Ride.
Did you hear about that?
I didn't.
It might have been this summer when you were gone, but there was this couple in Provo who was moving. They were young, like 23 and 22 or something.
Oh, actually, I did hear about this, yeah.
They were like, "Hey, wait, we moved this mattress to our new place that we're moving into." They were just about to get married. And the guy's like, "Okay, honey, how about you lay in the mattress bed on top of the mattress while we're going down University, whatever." And they were going like 40, 50 miles an hour, and it just lifted off with her on it and dumped her in the middle of the street. Yeah.
Crazy. She didn't die, though, right?
She didn't die, luckily.
No death this time.
Which, I mean, pretty amazing. Because if there had been someone behind... I mean,
does it make light of the situation if I say no death this time?
Not today, death. That's a quote from Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. Tell you what.
The Cure, the reason we're talking about this album is because... it's gotten some hype.
It has gotten some hype. I was actually... Wait, one more thing. I got to add this in.
Yes, okay.
While I was driving, can you guess what song I was listening to on the road?
Was it something by The Cure?
No.
Oh,
they were on my queue. But at that specific moment, that wasn't the song that I was listening to.
What was the song?
It was... Converge by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Converge.
Yeah. I was, that's a tough song to listen to if you want to not speed. I mean, the tough album to listen to if you want to not speed. Okay, yeah, back to The Cure.
It also makes running over a couch cushion that much more life-threatening.
Yeah.
But also maybe a little bit of accepting kind of your fate kind of a thing. I don't know.
Yeah, a little bit. It felt like I was playing like Doom. I don't know.
Anyway, back to The Cure and not the disease. Pretty
that's what you call him if you hated him. Like more like the sickness.
More like the sickness. But they pretty interesting band. I would say that they are easily one of the most revolutionary bands of the 80s. But this album, we don't have to go deep into their history. This album, Joe, do you want me to say my off the cuff real quick, or do you want to hit your off the cuff?
Off the cuff, you go first.
Me?
Yeah.
I think it's a masterpiece.
Really?
I love it.
Yeah?
I love this album. It's so fresh. It's so fresh and inventive, but it feels like it came out in like 1987 or something. Like, it doesn't feel like it's of this era. It feels like The Cure like somehow went into an alternate dimension where this album came out in the 80s, and they just plucked it and then they brought it to our alternate dimension, because the vocals sound amazing. What's his face? What's the lead singer's name?
Robert Smith.
Robert Smith sounds so good. He sounds young.
It's unbelievable. Yeah, that was actually the first thing I noticed was him. I thought I had like clicked on the wrong album.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, this is the one that just came out?
Yeah. And I feel like I need to clarify the reason why I say alternate dimension is because this album is still very inventive and fresh. I'm not saying that it belongs in the 80s or anything, but it's hard to explain, but their recording techniques sound very 80s. The midis that they use and everything, like there's like some MIDI strings in there and some MIDI drums that sound so 80s. The guitar tone, they don't sound dated, and nothing that they've ever put out sounds like this.
Off the cuff for me, also, I really loved it. I haven't spent enough time with it yet to call it a masterpiece, I think, but just based on first listen, really, really good. Probably best thing they put out in years.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe best thing since the 80s
since
and
91.
90s. Yeah. And I mean, just everything you said, it sounds new, but also just like them, you know? I think we talk about this a lot where, you know, bands got to innovate to stay fresh. But they also, if they innovate too much, you know, I think every band is entitled to a few misses, you know, a few big swings that don't really connect. That's how you grow. But sticking within your own kind of style while still innovating, really hard to do. And they did it so well. Yeah.
And one thing that captures me too about this album is just the overall artistic vision. This is an album that you can listen to the whole thing, you know, back to front to back, front to back, start to finish.
Start at the last track, listen in reverse.
And it's all part of the same vision, you know what I mean? It's kind of interesting because as I've been listening to it, my wife was listening with me, and she said, are there like any are there any upbeat tracks like on this album, like Friday I'm in Love or like Boys Don't Cry, you know, like,
yeah.
And it's like, no, but I'm okay with it.
Same,
because it wouldn't fit the album if there were.
It's also, there weren't any, I couldn't pick a single track from this one that I was like, that's the banger from this album, you know? Like, this is the one that's going to be the smash dance club hit of the summer. Like, Friday I'm in Love, you know, straight to the top, obviously. But I mean, it's kind of more of an experience. The whole album, I think it works really good as a unit.
The whole album is a very dream-like, ethereal night drive.
Yeah. I'm not... I don't want to say I'm not a huge fan of The Cure. I really like The Cure, but I'm not in deep as major Cure fans are. But from what I understand, I think that is more true to the essence of what The Cure is as a band. I think they, what people love the most about them is the atmosphericness, the gloominess, kind of the goth, new wave pop. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just barely looking at the album too. One thing that's really noteworthy is the track times. How do you say it? The length of the songs.
Yeah.
They're all long. I mean, the shortest song is like 4.5 minutes.
Yeah.
4:17, I guess. But you got these 5, 6, 7, 10-minute songs on here, and there's only 8 tracks total. Which, by the way, quote me on this: 8 tracks is the new 10-track album.
You think so?
Oh,
8
yeah.
longer tracks.
Give me 8 good tracks. Don't give me a 10-track album. Give me an 8-track album.
I think that longer songs these days is it's counterculture.
Super counterculture.
Because everything now is so short. You have like artists releasing like minute-and-a-half songs or sped up versions of their songs. And I think being, someone who's as popular as Robert Smith, The Cure, and being like, we're going to take it down a notch. We're going to slow it up a little bit. That's kind of, it is. It's counterculture, It's punk rock. It's doing the not obvious thing, I guess.
And I love how they just, with these longer songs, they let you sit with these chord progressions and these beats that are going and everything,
and their instrument choices, the different sounds. Because sometimes I found myself with some of the synths, you're like, I want to hear this for 15 minutes, and you get to sometimes.
Yeah,
like I love the sound of the way this keyboard is sounding right now. I just want to soak in that sonic smell into my ears.
Yeah, there's something in recent years that has been very appealing to me. I think it's my ADHD, but just I love semi-repetitive songs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's just like instrumental stuff. And
my baby's taking me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Home. Man, that one can make a man go mad. That one really can make you go. My wife hates that song. She hates it. But like specifically on this album, I love the opening and the ending track, Alone and End Song.
End Song, I think, was my favorite.
Oh, End Song is amazing. Yeah. It's so good. And you just sit with them, and it's just this experience, and the song or the whole album gives you a lot of time to take it all in, and I just loved that. And I think that's what's going to be promoting more listens for me. Like this counterculture of these longer songs that are a little bit more repetitive, but repetitive in a good way, that there's different, like, the same beats going the whole time, but then there's different little iterations of like, oh, this time there's like a little bit of a guitar kind of solo coming in right here.
Yeah.
Which, on that same note, the guitar tone in this, insane. Loved the guitar tone throughout the whole album. Man, it just sounds so very unreal, especially like the beginning of Drone No Drone.
Yeah,
the guitar, that it's so industrial sounding. I just loved it. And then whenever the guitars cut in kind of at the end of like I Can Never Say Goodbye and All I Am, it's
tasty,
very tasty. Every sound is very tasty. Even, it's so funny, the MIDI strings are such an instrumental choice that sound so new wave.
They do.
And so of that era,
I think it's interesting how a lot of 80s sounds have come back in music today. You think like Dua Lipa, a lot of her stuff is kind of like new disco. It's like, I don't know, 70s and 80s sounds, but modernized. I don't know. It's just a lot of artists are doing stuff like that with those kind of noises. I probably sound like a fool here. There's someone out there who certainly knows more about this than I do. But because of that, this album sounds like we were saying earlier, classic, but also of the current era, It doesn't sound out of place, but it does sound like a throwback at the same time.
Yeah, your boy Robert does not sound tired at all.
No.
Doesn't sound old at all. He
I just
sounds
looked this
so
up.
good.
He's 65.
65?
65 years old.
Oh,
which
man.
is, about as old as my grandpa.
He's still got the same boyish whimper in his voice somehow.
He does.
I don't know how at 65 he can sound like that.
A big part of the appeal to me of The Cure is that some of the songs are kind of pathetic sounding, which I think is a great emotion to tap into as a singer. When it I don't know how to word this exactly, but like feeling pathetic about a woman that you're in love with or a situation. As a man, you don't get to express that. You don't get to just whine and complain and be like...
Pathetic is a very good description,
you just
actually.
want to complain about your life and how much it sucks and how sad you are. And like, there's not a lot of ways to express that. And maybe it's probably unhealthy to express it too much.
Oh, no. Honest. I mean, that same pathetic vocal sound has transferred across so many different genres, too. Like, I think of the Smiths. I think of what's his face, Thom Yorke from Radiohead. Isn't it Thom Yorke is his name? I think of even modern pop punk with like Knuckle Puck and the Wonder Years. I don't know, just
1975.
Yeah, 1975. Just
some pretty pathetic songs in there, and not pathetic in a bad way, mind you, but pathetic in that really deep yearning way.
Yeah, really, it's very interesting that you were able to pinpoint that. But there is definitely like an odd appeal to a pathetic sounding male vocal.
I think it's because it's able to communicate something that you feel, but maybe you're not able to put into the exact words. Like I want to sing about how I feel about life the same way that Robert Smith does, but I can't. But I can listen to him do it, and I can feel him channel that emotion for me.
Or even an indie Bon Iver is like pretty pathetic sounding. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, totally. It's, I mean, like, you're almost just crying and whining, and it's, I don't know. It is enticing. I think it's the same way that like heavy metal vocalists are also powerful for a different emotion too.
Oh yeah,
because it expresses a way that you feel but you can't quite express.
Yeah, a release of anger, not full on anger, but a release of just
aggression and just, I don't know, pent up frustration at the world. Mm-hmm. You know, and then like just hearing those growls, it lets it out in a way that me personally that I am unable to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway,
those are some of those pig squeals. What's your favorite The Cure song of all time?
It's Enjoy the Silence. No, wait, that's Depeche Mode. I'm going to cut that out. It's got to be Just Like Heaven.
Just Like Heaven, really good one. For me, it's In Between Days.
That's a good one, too.
Yeah.
Just Like Heaven for me is because, I mean, obviously it's a great song, but my band in high school, we played an 80s theme show. Mm-hmm. We learned that song.
What was your band in high school?
It was called Cardboard Rocket.
Oh, Joe had some cool high school band names, Cardboard Rocket and Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan.
Both two cool ones.
Yeah. So we covered Enjoy the Silence by Depeche Mode. We covered, I think, Aha, Take on Me, and then we covered Just Like Heaven. And I don't know, just playing that song with my friends, some really great memories from that time. So I love that song.
Yeah. In Between Days for me, it's that was solidified as my favorite song of The Cure from the movie Sing Street. Have you ever seen Sing Street?
Yes, great movie.
Love that movie. And I've always been a fan of new wave, and it's always a little bit embarrassing whenever movies push love for a certain kind of music. Mm-hmm. I don't know why I describe it as embarrassing, but you might agree with me. I think that my love was kind of pushed from Sing Street just because it also pushed my love of new wave.
Yeah.
You know, the Duran Duran in there. And also, that kind of reminds me of just going back to this album, Songs of a Lost World. A lot of the songs on here remind me of the more industrial Tears for Fears. Like, I was reminded a lot of Shout, for example. Like the
slow,
super long one.
The full cut.
Yeah. Industrial's a weird word, but you know what I mean when I say that, right? Like it's
clangy.
Like, it's clangy. You can imagine somebody just hitting a hammer along with the song on metal, like on an anvil.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about the band. So the current lineup, some of these guys have been playing together for a long time. So Robert Smith, he's been there the whole time, obviously, but also Simon Gallup, the bassist, played on this album, and he's been with the band since 1979. Robert O'Donnell, he was there from 1987 to 1990, a few other times in between, and also since 2011. Their keyboardist, Perry Beaumont,
I'm probably saying that wrong, has been with the band since 1990, basically. Their drummer, anyway, so a lot of people have been with the band for, 30, 40, almost 50, 40 years, which is kind of crazy. I mean, how do you think it feels as the band and as Robert Smith to, like, have just put out an album this good that's, like, one of the best ones of your whole career this long into being in a band?
I wonder if there's a certain freedom that kind of comes with it, that I think there's a lot of old bands that make new albums as an excuse to tour.
Yeah.
Right?
Just to stay relevant.
Yeah. And then on the tour, maybe they'll play like one song from that new album.
Film studios do this too. It's like right now, they're the new How to Train Your Dragon live action movie. The reason they do that is so they can...
That's going to exist?
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's not going to be good. And this Lion King did the same thing. They have these new live action adaptations because it just keeps the IP in the public domain, and it's basically an advertisement for Disneyland. It's an advertisement for the ride at Universal Studios. It's Harry Potter. That's why they keep making the Fantastic Beasts movies, even though they're not very good. It's just because
I've heard they cut the cord on that one.
Yeah, it's done. It's over. And
thank goodness.
They're rebooting the series too.
Bad.
Why? Because they just want to, the old movies still stand up, the books still stand up, but you want people to keep thinking about it, so they come into Universal Studios and ride the rides.
You want kids to still keep going to the Wizarding World.
So in that note, bands do that too. They're like, hey, what's up? We're the Rolling Stones. We're still here. We're still making music. And they put out an album this year, Hackney Diamonds. Have you listened to it?
Have not listened to it.
Sucks. It's not, it's not a good album.
I'm sorry. Like that's the thing. You remember that Walmart AC/DC album?
Yes.
That was like, they had like 6 different colors of it that they sold at Walmart.
Yeah.
And I think that it's so frustrating when music is used as a way to just promote. I know that sounds dumb, but to promote the tour of playing other songs, But I think that what The Cure did with this album is what all bands their age should do, which is, look, you're old, you've already made your hits, you've already made tons and tons of good music. Let this be a freedom, like that you don't need to prove anything to anybody. You can make whatever you want to make. And make something that is art, Don't make something that is just, a marketing thing for Walmart that's sold in like 6 different colors or whatever.
I mean, your fans are going to come to see you no matter what, right?
I would see a show of only these songs.
Yeah.
I would go see The Cure even if they said they pulled a Radiohead Not Playing Creep. You know what I mean? Even if they did that with all of their old songs and it was just this album, I would definitely pay
for
that.
Me too.
Would I do that with most old bands' new albums? No way.
They're just not good enough. They're don't stand on their own. Yeah. It's interesting. I mean, you walk a fine line, I guess, but I know it's risky, and as an artist myself, someone who's tried to make movies and music and whatever, anything you make is a risk, and you're putting yourself out there, and there's always a good chance that it's going to suck and be bad. But you have to take that risk, or else you'll never approach the possibility of making anything good and transcendent. Because, I think Paul McCartney is a great example, too. I love Paul McCartney, and he is still putting out pretty good stuff. He had an album that came out, how long ago? I can't remember. Egypt Station came out a few years back. Great album. One of Paul McCartney's best solo albums, and he's, old. He's an old guy, but he's just doing crazy stuff. He's just having fun with it. He's making weird music. He's using weird sounds, tapping into weird textures and sound palettes and stuff just because he can. He's Paul McCartney. No one's gonna be like, oh, Paul, tough album. This one's gonna sink your career. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He's got such a reputation and built it up so much. What will, I think, tank your reputation is sucking and putting
just being bad.
If you try something and it's really bold and doesn't quite work, that's way more admirable to me.
Oh yeah.
Than putting out. So the Rolling Stones Hackney Diamonds is it just sounds like you told AI to write a Rolling Stones album. It's just a remix.
Sounds like Safety.
Yeah. It's just and people who are hardcore fans will probably listen to it and be like, hooray, more Rolling Stones. But I don't know. It's just not good. There have been a couple others. I did posted on my Instagram about this recently.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much all the Grammy nominees for Best Rock Album.
I think you were hating on the new Green Day album too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so after I...
Green Day or Linkin Park?
Green Day.
Green Day, yeah.
New Linkin Park vocalist sounds amazing.
No, yeah, she's good.
We'll have to save that for another time. Yeah, she sounds great. But the new Green Day album, after people were posting about it, I got onto Green Day's discography, and this is going to sound so funny, but like since what is the one, 21st Century Breakdown, is that the name of that album that came out?
Maybe, yeah.
Since that album, they've come out with like 4 or 5 albums.
Yeah.
It's like I could not tell you.
Yeah, could you name one song off?
Yeah.
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 And some people are getting mad at me for my hot take of saying that the new Green Day album was bad, and I understand if you're a fan, no one likes hearing their band trashed. One guy was even like, "Hey, this is their best album since American Idiot," and I was like, "That's not a good thing."
That's not a good thing.
It can still be bad, and that can also be true.
Like, well, American Idiot's bad.
I think American Idiots. I like that one.
It's passable.
I like Dookie.
I think I was 10 years old whenever American Idiot came out, and at that point it was my favorite album. And then once I turned 12, it became my least favorite album of all time.
But I mean, everything since then has been so just not good that maybe this one is the best one since American Idiot, and it can still be not a good album. I mean, anyway, besides the point. But
I feel like every new Green Day album is just for the angry 12-year-old that's just barely discovering rock. And the older you get, the more you realize that the older Green Day albums that you get into, the better they're going to get. Mm-hmm. Like once you get into like Dookie, and what's the name of the one that has like Brain Stew on it? But anyway,
I think it's hard, and this is a topic for another episode, but it's hard to be old and write punk music.
Yeah.
I don't know, because when you're young,
you're not as angry.
You're not as angry. When you're young, you're really feisty, and maybe you're poor, you're mad at the system. But like once you got a Roth IRA and like you've had a career for most of your life, it's like there's other things to be angry at, but I don't know, you don't have the same energy and snot-nosedness that I think is kind of key to good punk rock. But whatever. Anyway, but this album, Triumph, really great. But The Cure, I don't know. It's really cool to be at this stage in your career and pull an album like this out of the bag. It's like, I don't know. I think it just shows that he is an artist. He's willing to take risks. He's willing to write what he wants to write and not what he thinks his fans would like. And I don't know. I think the fact that it's so consistent with their older stuff too shows that it really comes from inside. Comes from the place within that artists can tap into. But yeah.
No. Anyways, guys, The Cure.
The Cure. It's the new album, Songs of a Lost World. To check the name real quick. But yeah, I'm looking forward to digging into this one some more.
Yeah, listen to it. Tell us what you think.
Follow us on social media.
Hey, thanks for listening. We're on social media. We're on Instagram at BandForBandPod. So give us a follow. Check out our backlog of episodes. I think we've got like 13 or 14 at this point. And let us know what you think of the show. Okay, thanks.
And we'll see you next time.
Sir!